Hey, it's Laudiano. I'm gonna be answering 7 questions about my newest single, 7 questions from the fans, so let's get into it. As a music producer, what made you get into building yourself as an artist? I needed to focus on myself, like really focus on myself, build a legacy like Kanye, Pharrell, Mac Miller, Bad Bunny, Wiz Khalifa. A lot of people make their own beats and all they did was hop on it as well. And it's time for me to do something like that, build my legacy. Most of my career, I've spent time, building and focusing on other artists. A lot of the people I worked with died or some are in jail or prison. Rest in peace, Austin, Briss, Catchy, Draco, Aloe Bands. Rest in peace, Suede. Some of those artists I worked with, I was kind of closer than other artists. And, music is personal, at least to me. Like, when I'm making these beats, I'm putting my real emotions into this shit, and they're putting their real emotions when they're hopping on it. So it's definitely really personal, making art with these people. And, it's taxing, starting again, starting with someone else and building a relationship and shit happens. Also, it's like a money thing. I'll be making more money, like off royalties and publishing, because as a producer, you're damn near at most only making 50% of the publishing. You're not getting no royalties. You're not getting nothing. So I'm just focused on myself and shit like that. What was it like working with Sway? Dude, Sway was a dope individual. Always positive, good vibes, bro. Good energy. Like whenever he'd pull up to the studio, when we would work, like we made some dope shit. Cause I'm obviously a fan of everybody I'm working with, so I was a big fan of Suede, and we'd make good music and we'd try new things and shit like that. But when we just kick it at the studio, we just talk about goals. We just kick it, say some funny shit, or we would freestyle, bro. We would all freestyle on like my beats and shit. And just good times, bro. Just really kicking it, just having fun, doing what we do. So it was sad hearing the news. So rest in peace, Wade. What inspired me to write this song? I started writing this song at the airport in Austin, Texas, waiting for a connecting flight to LAX from Chicago. And I made this beat that I already knew I wanted to hop on. And I was just writing, just talking about how I really am and how I deal with shit in life. Like, a lot of the time I just really don't give a fuck about damn near anything, bro. Anytime it's something serious, I'm always bullshitting or laughing. And I don't even mean to. It's just like, I laugh. Like, somebody could say some fucked up shit, like their son died or some shit, and I might laugh. Like, I don't know why. That's just how I am. But also, I was just writing about my trip to Chicago. We went to Chicago for my mother's birthday. We ended up doing like some bar experience, like a lot of different types of, drinks, like interesting drinks. And we also went to a 3-star Michelin restaurant, 10-course meal, $500 a person, bro. That shit was crazy. But yeah, we just had a good time. And I was just writing about my experiences from that trip. What was it like dining at a Michelin star restaurant? Every meal was different and it had its own story. And they'd do like a little performance, like for some dishes, they'd like light shit on fire or they'd like crack something open or just the craziest shit. The food was really good. It was interesting. I'm a really picky eater, but I had to eat a lot of the shit that they had there because, it's $500 a person. I can't fucking waste, can't waste money on the shit. So I tried a lot of seafood. I don't like seafood, but I was trying like caviar. Dude, that shit was nasty, but I tried it. prawn, like some red type of prawn, like super red. I don't even know how to explain it. But I tried a lot of shit I wouldn't usually try. And, I guess it brought me out of my comfort zone, and maybe I'll try some shit like that in the future. But I really loved my experience there, Had a good time with the family, making memories. It was my mom's birthday. And it was fun. And the song you say got love and loyalty for my family. What does family mean to you? Dude, family is the most important thing to me. I got friends and acquaintances, but I don't really talk to them that much. And I really value my time spent with my parents, my brothers. I really appreciate everybody in my family. And I wouldn't even be where I'm at today if it wasn't for the people in my family. But yeah, will we be seeing more songs with you speaking Spanish? Yes. I'm all right at Spanish. I'm getting better. But more shit on the way for sure. Can you tell us about the time you bought weed from a security guard at the Bean? I was with my brother, and it was nighttime downtown Chicago. And we just wanted to smoke in Chicago because we never done that before, first of all. And we wanted to know what the weed was like out there. So my brother was just walking around. I'm walking around with my brother. And this fool is just walking around saying, tree, tree. Just trying to get somebody's attention to see if somebody could sell him weed. I don't know why he thought that would work. But anyways, we ended up going to the Bean. But there's this one security guard. My brother asked him, if we could cop some weed from him. So we walk around with him. I guess he went to his lockers and got some weed for us and bought a couple grams of weed. And then we went to 7-Eleven, got some papers and got a couple 40s. And, I rolled up a joint. We smoked and we drank, downtown Chicago. Like on the streets, we were just sitting on the curb, just drinking and smoking in Chicago. And we were walking around just checking, shit out. But it was a good time. Good memory for sure. From Tayana 98, what's your type? Me encantan las Latinas, baby. I really love Latinas. Like, dude, ever since I was a kid, bro, like probably in 4th grade or some shit, I went on a cruise. And they got this kids club, like literally a club for kids. And there's this one Latina chick that was digging me. I was digging her. And, we were dancing and whatnot. And she gave me a kiss on the cheek. And after that, it was over with. I fell in love. I love hardworking women, passionate, loving, caring. Just someone who could make me a better person, From Lil Whore 420, what's the most weirdest way an artist has described a beat to you? I went to college for like a semester. I went to San Francisco State, and shit, on the real, I really wasn't even going to class like that. I was just, making beats and kicking it with my boy, Obi, and we were just chopping it up, and he wanted me to make a beat for him. So he pulls out his voice memos on his phone, clicks it, puts it on the table, starts, but the way he did it was so funny to me. Like, I have a video, I gotta look for it, but just the way he did it was fucking hilarious. So yeah, that's probably the funniest way, weirdest way someone's ever tried to describe a beat to me. From Tyrone and Tunez, what is your shoe size? My shoe size is 9 or 8.5, depending on what type of shoe, 41, 42. But yeah, that's my shoe size. From Jessica A18 Gons, how many women have you been with? I've been with probably like 3 or 4 women my whole lifetime. Like, I've only dated 3 or 4 women. All of that was basically in high school, because my current girlfriend, I've been dating since high school. We've been dating for almost 10 years now. But yeah. From B Perez 234, you mix, master any of your music? Yeah, I do. I'm always trying to get better, and I love doing things myself. Like I love the process. I love, learning and getting better at mixing, mastering, recording, writing, anything really. I love this shit. I really do. So I like to do a lot of things myself just so I can get things the way I want it. From Hey Taiwan, biggest goals, achievements outside of music. First of all, shout out Hey Taiwan. It's my boy Brian. I went to middle school with him, and he's a upcoming hard music producer. He's dope. Like, if you know anything about California music scene, NorCal, you've probably heard some of his music. He's super dope, and he's super talented. I'm proud of him. But yeah, biggest goals and achievements outside of music. First, I need to be a millionaire. $1 million worth of assets, at least. You feel me? Like, and maybe even $1 million in my bank account. Buying a home is another one. I also want to get into MMA, like real competition, like amateur or celebrity type fights. If the money's right and the opponent makes sense, let's get down. Let's do it. And the last one from Sean Smith. If you could bring anyone back, who would it be? If I could bring any one person back, I'd bring my best friend, Brandon. If he was still here today, it'd be like a us type thing. We would always help each other out. We were both two creative individuals. And, he really loved photography and videography and whatnot. And we'd always be doing like video photo shoots in high school, whatever. He's a real hip hop head, like a lot of old school music. He's a real music head. Like he knows a lot about a lot of musicians, like the history and just culture wise. He's a big culture person, and he put me on a lot of game. Like a lot of shit I wouldn't know about, I know because of him. I don't know, but yeah, I'd bring him back. All right, well, that's it for today. If you have any good questions, make sure to leave them down below. And as always, I love and I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for fucking with me. I'm out of here.